Welcome back to this penny stock blueprint video. We're going to be discussing the 14 biggest gold mining stocks. Okay, so before I get into this, I just want to talk to you about gold. I think it's very important that every trader, every person out there have some form of gold on them at all times. I do believe, even though as traders, it's important in this day and age to have gold on you. So that is pretty much important. I think it's without a doubt the most important thing that you can actually do. So just to have a look, let's have a look at gold prices today. We can see that gold is making all-time highs, so it would be pretty good to be trading gold at this point in time. And we can see that gold at this point in time, we don't know. I think we're in a little bit of a stalemate. I think that's normal because if you consider the fact that just 2 weeks ago, just shy of 2 weeks, that gold made a new high. So we were in this ascending triangle, and I actually purchased gold around May. So if you are looking to actually purchase physical gold, it's important to note that you can actually purchase that gold looking at stock charts to time your entries. Now, it would have been better if I had bought gold all the way back here, for sure. Or, if we bought it way back. But at the end of the day, holding gold at any time is going to be a pretty good investment. But if you see that the chart is going down and you want to wait for a good buy opportunity, look at the actual charts. As I say, in May, I never looked at any charts. I just had a few bucks laying around, and I decided I've got to invest in gold and silver. And personally, I prefer gold to silver, even though I know that there is a limited supply of silver in the world. Because and another thing, the reason that I like gold is if you bought two of the same coin, an ounce of gold and an ounce of silver, and you weigh them, you'll feel how heavy the silver is. So the good thing with gold is you can actually put them in your wallet and leave the country, and you've got with you, depending on the actual quality of the coin, you can walk out the country with 20 or 30,000 in gold coins. Whereas if you try to do the same thing with silver, you're going to need 2 or 3 bagfuls. So I prefer gold over silver. So that's just a short little video regarding, I think it's important for everybody to have some form of gold on them at all time. So let's have a look at these gold corporations. So because gold is up, it's possible that we're going to see that a lot of these companies' stocks are up because at the end of the day they are into gold mining. And if the price of gold is going up, it means that they are making more profit. So we can see here the stock is in an uptrend, finding a bit of support here, so we'll just wait and see. We do see that MACD is rolling over, but it's sitting on this side. You could see also in the candle. But I think with the actual turmoil in the world, with the Iran crisis, North Korea, India, the trade wars going on, I think it's a very good idea to have gold. Plus, we'll probably see a huge market correction from roughly about November, December 2019, and from that point of time into the 2020s, we can expect that, I'm expecting that the markets will go down. It's impossible for a bull market to last 14 years or 12 years. This is the longest time in human history that we haven't had a correction in the stock market. We have central banks pumping money, and I think at some point in time it's going to come back and bite everyone. People, countries are already are not using the dollar like they used to. So let's have a look at Barrick Gold. So you'll see one thing in common with all these charts as we start going forward. And this gets into the actual market. You usually find that gold goes up when the dollar goes down. And you've got gold currencies like the Australian economy is a big mining company for gold, Canada as well. So you'll find if we look at the Australian dollar, US dollar, we could possibly see, I haven't looked at this chart, that the Australian dollar is making new highs because of gold. It's known as a gold-backed economy. So actually we see that the Australian dollar is down, but we see right now that it is leveling out. We find that we've just made a slightly newer high, in the Australian dollar. So Australian dollar's been going down. I think that they have got much larger issues in the economy other than just relying on gold. If all the factors in Australia at the moment were positive, then we would have seen that the Australian dollar would have made new highs with this. But because they have got issues in the economy at the moment, gold is the actual currency is down. So Barrick Gold, we saw that the actual stock price was more or less the same. So that's the other thing you often read in forex books, that they say if gold is up, the Australian dollar will be up. Well, you can't just look at that. You've got to look at the actual entire economy. Are they, producing goods? How's the manufacturing? What is the interest rates? What is the employment? All these sort of things have an impact on the actual currency. So gold may be able to lift it out of its actual slump. But if all the other factors are negative, then it's not going to help it that much. So not bad. We do see that a good buy opportunity. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go long straight away, but yeah, not a bad stock. I do kind of like that pattern. I like the fact that it's off a support area. So we'll just have to wait and see. We do have a resistance area 1038, and then if we get past that, we've got 1164, 1204. So not bad, but for at the moment, no buy signal. There are bottom pickers. Before we look at this next stock, if you were a bottom picker, you could always get into the stock and say, well, I want to put my stop a little bit lower and we might capture a few profit, a bit of profit. The key thing to realize is the market doesn't go straight down and it doesn't go straight up. When it gets sold off, you will find, like we see, a 3 down, 3 straight, 3 sideways, 3 down. Now it could be that we have another 3 candles up and then we make a pullback and we go all the way back down and we go through these support levels. But what I do like about the support level is if we draw a support level, and it's always important to look at your longer term charts, we can find and see that every time that this stock has come back to these support levels, going all the way back, that the stock skyrockets. So it is possible that the stock could skyrocket, but you'd have to wait and see if you get the buy signals. So this is just for your interest. This is a 7-day chart. Each candle is 7 days. So it's possible that this stock would be a good stock to buy. We've got the support level. Gold is making new highs, so we do have that in our favor. Kirkland Lake. Let's have a look at this one. We'll try to get through these pretty fast. Yeah, not a bad stock. I mean, if you have a look at that stock, it's like a rocket ship. Yeah, that's actually, you can see that every time that the stock came back to the 50-day moving average and the stock crossed through it, it was a good buy opportunity. We do see a little bit of divergence occurring here, up, down, up, down. It's possible that we see that, if we break below this point, then, maybe it would be time to go short. Maybe the stock will give back some money, but we know that gold is up. So if this is a mining company involved in the gold market, prices of gold going up, they are going to make more profit. Anglo Gold, Ashanti. Don't know if we'll find this one on the markets in the US, but I'm guessing that it will probably be up. But at the same time, South Africa does have huge bureaucratic red tape regarding the owning of mines and that sort of thing. So there we go. Yeah, so it's up at the moment. Again, we see similar patterns in all these stocks. The main thing is because of the actual, this is the actual gold price on the, I think this is the Philadelphia Stock Exchange. So we do see XAU. Yeah, so we do see that XAU USD. Let's have a look. So there we go. So we could see that, when you've got this high wave candle, it's not really a high wave. To me, this is like just a big spinning top. So at the moment, the market's made money. Buyers that purchased over here want to sell off their holdings to cover themselves before maybe going back into it. Let's look at a 5-minute chart. So there was a sell-off there. On the 4-hour, a little bit worrying there that we've got this sort of an evening star pattern showing there. A bit flat there, so we'll just have to wait and see. But at the meantime, it's pretty normal. No stock just rises and rises and rises. When buyers are buying over here, they're realizing profits over here. So if they bought, with these large institutions, $1 million worth over here, they're going to want to cover themselves and start selling off to the actual market and then get back in once a base is formed. So it's possible that we form a base and that we go up and form new highs. Let's have a look at these. We'll try to go through these pretty fast because I'm pretty sure that you're going to find these same patterns in the market over here. So you can see same patterns. More or less the same pattern, this indecision. Again, indecision. I don't know if we'll see this on the US stock exchange. It's a Brazilian Companhia de Minas Buenaventura. So, let's see. Nothing there. Sibanye Estherwood, I think another South African company. Let's have a look here. Yeah, South America. Sibanye Estherwood. Nothing. So, for these other stocks that you've got over here, you might need to actually go into the actual companies where they're trading in to get a hold of them and actually find out more about them. So, Alamos Gold. Let's see here. As mentioned, you're going to see the same patterns over and over in all of them, but we've got your B2 Gold based in Vancouver, Toronto Stock Exchange. Let's see if we've got anything here. Yeah, more or less. It doesn't matter if it's a $5 stock or $90 or $120. We're seeing the same patterns because at the end of the day, they're following the gold price. The gold price is what's determining these companies' profits. So if you imagine if you're a gold producing company or you're involved in gold and you're selling it, if you're selling the same amount of gold that you were selling 6 months ago, you're going to be making from the time that if we have a look at gold here, for example, I mean, if you were 6 months ago, let's see, 6 months ago, we are in March, April. So if we were in a gold operation company here, and we were dealing and selling gold or mining gold, well, within a few months, just because the gold price has gone up, the stock, your actual profit has gone up. So all these companies are going to be producing more or less the same thing. They're going to be making the same amount, producing more or less the same amount, maybe even kicking it into a high gear a little bit, and be making what are we there? In terms of percentage, I mean, gold's gone up 16% in 2 months. So if you were in this business, you've just made 16% more profit without even doing anything, just by being in the right industry due to trade wars and that sort of thing. See, Bridge Gold again. You can see all these patterns. If we put them side by side, you see the same indecision. So it could just be that the market's giving back because people have made their money now. They're selling a bit, waiting to see what happens with the actual global economy, trade wars, etc., etc., before we see it skyrocket into the future. So Hope you enjoyed that video on gold. We'll look at some forex as well later on. Trading is trading, in my opinion. It doesn't matter whether you are trading stocks, forex, futures, crypto, cannabis stocks, petroleum stocks, power stocks, whatever. Stock is a stock. Stock chart is a stock chart. So if you want to find out more, you can sign up to get more info. I send out a pick once a week, and we discuss anything, a lot of different things regarding the market, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So all the best to your trading profits, and see you on the next video.